good morning. It's time for the Wednesday Word. I hope that this reaches you in good spirits, and I hope that it's able to bless you today. And if you feel like it's a blessing, please share, please pass it along to others. Um, get right to it. Today's Wednesday Word is rhythm. I was reading a book last night, and she used the word rhythm in her book, and it just stuck out with me. It was like it was almost like it was shining. Like, yeah, here go your word for tomorrow, and it made me realize that life is a rhythm. If you can find the rhythm within life, the rhythm that keeps you going, the rhythm that shows you how to, that's the word, how to. The rhythm that shows you how to. How to get things done, how to make it through depression, how to make it through sadness, how to make it through down times. The rhythm. Um, I want to put rhythm and basics together. And when I say basics, I mean the things that you were taught to be able to do certain things. So in the beginning, you were taught how to do certain things. When you got a job, you learned everything that the job told you that came with the position and how to work it. But through time, you found other ways to get the job done. You found better ways in your mind to make sure that you were able to work easily. Um, then sometimes we can find ourselves out of rhythm. So when we find ourselves out of rhythm, I think we need to go back to the basics. The basics is how you find your rhythm again. So when things feeling like it's offbeat or it's not going the way that you want it to, sometimes we got to step back. Sometimes we got to go back and find the rhythm that we had that was keeping us in the good things that was happening, that kept good things coming to us, that kept our mind focused on beautiful things, to be able to bless others, to be able to do things. Sometimes we got to go back to the basics to get to the rhythm. So you must find your rhythm within life. You got to find what makes your life work. Day-to-day rhythm. What is it? And a lot of time it's a repeated thing. It's repeated over and over and over again. And for you to get it right. And a lot of times, like if you go to practice in some sport or instrument or just anything that you do, a lot of times we get mad when a coach keep telling us do the same play over and over and over and over again. It's like, man, why you keep making us do this? Well, at some point, the rhythm will be natural to you, to where you ain't even got to think about how to move, how to put your arms, how to put your body in position to be ready for, because you got the rhythm down. And then when you start messing up, you're able to go back to the basics so you can get back to what, okay, we did this over and over again. I know how to do this. Let me go back. I know how to make this work. Let me go back. I know how to beat this evilness that's on me. Let me go back. Because somebody taught me. Somebody showed me. All I got to do is work and go back and get the rhythm again. And as you find the rhythm again, you start to get better again. You start to pay more attention to what it is and what it takes to get beyond whatever your problems are. So don't let your problems defeat you. Just go back to the basics. If you're feeling down and out, go back to the basics. What makes me happy? How do I get here? What did I feel like when this was going on? Remember the goodness and how it repeated itself over and over again in your life. We just find our way to stray away from things sometimes. We stray away from things that we think that's not important anymore, when in reality, the basics is always important. The basics is what you need to make sure you get back to your rhythm. Definition of rhythm: a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement of sound. See, strong, regular, repeated patterns. So you got to repeat it over and over again to finally get it, to finally get it right. Nobody says that it's going to work out the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. You got to constantly keep going. You got to constantly keep pushing. You got to do it repeatedly. Make sure that you keep that rhythm going. And when you fall back to the basics, find that rhythm again. I found a spiritual rhythm definition. I'm going to read that to you. It says, spiritual rhythms are your regular patterns of connecting with God. You have to find the rhythm that keeps you and God connected. If you and God stay connected, that makes your rhythm so much more easier to find. Because I feel like God is the basics. I feel like God is where we got to go, because God is the beginning. He started all of this. If he don't know the answers, nobody gonna know the answers. If he can't get you right, nobody will, because he knows the basics. He knows the key to everything in our lives to keep us going. You gotta go back to him. He's gonna help you find your rhythm. He's gonna help you find that step, that beat that you need to get to where you need to be. So let it be known that if you're out of whack and things ain't going right, God is your basic. He has all the easy answers for you. He got all the things that you think you can't make it through. He got the ways. Go back to the basics. He taught you. He will teach you. His word teaches you the basics of life. Go to his word. Everything that's wrong with you is in there. Weird as I know is weird. I know that it don't seem right. But if you go to that word, I promise you, everything that you got is in there. It blows my mind. Like, dude, how did you write something thousands of years ago and you still relevant to today? You got to go back to him, y'all. He is the key. When things are out of whack, go back to basics. Let the basics help you find your rhythm again. You find that good rhythm, it'll be ready for you. My Bible verse is Matthew 11:28-30, and it states, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." That verse in itself have its own rhythm to tell you how to get what you need. When you in stress, he say, come to me. When you having problems, first thing he say is, come to me. And he'll give you rest. He'll make sure that you find your way back to your rhythm. He'll help you find your way back to peace, to love, to gentleness, to patience. Everything that you think you're missing, he can help you get there. Just follow him. Just go to him. Just hit him up. And he said, he telling you in this verse, he will give you rest. Because he's gentle. He's understanding. He's patient with us in our decision making. He holds us up when we keep falling down. Even when we deny him, even when we don't want to believe in his word and the things that he's doing. When we feel like he's not listening, he's right there. Because guess what he is? He's the basics. And he's repeating it over and over and over again. And the basics help us get back to our rhythm. I hope that this blesses you. I hope that you get back to your rhythm. I hope you remember that when things are not going right, you go back to the basics, and the basics is God, and God helps you get to your rhythm. God is love, and that makes me love, and I love you all.